Hey everyone, it's Alicia, also known as Vacchiali, and today we're going to be doing more makeup. Because, I do it before stream every day, so, I might as well show you guys what I do every single day. It's just more content to be uploaded. So, on the day that I'm filming this, my natural makeup tutorial was put up. So I think it's going to be like essentially, what I'm filming today will be uploaded tomorrow, kind of thing. Just so, because I edit it, and then when I go to work, the YouTube video is converting, and then I upload it and put it to private, and then I make it public, like, in the morning. So, again, I'm using the lotion that I use, which is the Aveeno lotion and Soothing Oatmeal. There's a bunch of different ones. I like the Soothing Oatmeal. I just moisturize my entire face with that. And then I will take the Holy Hydration Cream by e.l.f. and just tap it on my face and work it in really the areas that really need it mostly. And then anything extra will go on later. So I guess because if you want to know a little bit more about each of my steps, I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I'm using it. But I want to talk about a couple of things that I'm pretty interested in my life and just kind of talk to you guys about those things. Where is it at? Still, everything is in my little bag because if you watched my last video, I don't typically do my makeup where I'm doing it. I'm trying to start doing it up here, so I'll just move it from one area to the next until eventually I get a ring light. I'm using the Touch in Soul No Problem Oil Essence thing, and I put that, like I do the other stuff, on the areas that really need it, and then work it around the rest of my face. Okay. Now I will be color correcting. And while I'm color correcting, while I'm color correcting, I'll talk a little bit about something that is kind of important to me right now. So, if you guys don't know, currently there is this case that is happening in the US called Lori Vallow case. It's a JJ and Tylee have gone missing, and their mother is not talking about where they are. No one has seen them since August of last year. And if you look into the case, the mother, I'm not going to do like a full in-depth video. There's plenty of people. Stephanie Harlow has done amazing coverage of this. She has covered every single aspect of it, and that's where I get a lot of my information from, is from her and a couple of other sources and like the news articles and everything. But she has done wonderful coverage on this case. So has Kendall Ray. Watch their videos. They know much more than I do. So I suggest their videos first and foremost. But I will talk about it a little bit. So they've gone missing. Mother won't tell where they are. The mother, her brother for the girl, the mother, Lori Vallow, has, killed one of her ex-husbands and tried to kill another one of her ex-husbands. This lady's had like 5 husbands, I think, or something like that at this point. Her JJ is special needs, and he had a dog that he loved a lot. Like, I'm jumping around in the case, but things that really point out to me. He had this dog that he really loved that was trained especially for him. The mom tried to return the dog, and the trainer is like, absolutely not. You will not return this dog. Your son needs him. Take this damn dog back. And gave her back the dog and said he was refusing to take the dog, and that you are to not give this dog up. And it is absolutely insane She's not saying anything. She's in, it's a cult. I don't care what people say. If you look at the bite model, it hits cults. It's a cult. I mean, it is a division from Mormonism, because the guy that runs it, Chad Daybell, was rejected. He was extradited from the Mormon church. So he made his little fucking cult that he has. Sorry for my French, but I really, really hate this dude and this family. They have this chart of how evil somebody is. Bitch, I'm as high as you can go on that chart, because to them, because I hate them with a burning passion. They're horrible people. Anyways, she won't say where she has brought her kids or what has happened to them, but they viewed them as zombies, which are people that have been taken over by dark entities, and the only way to save them is to kill them. That's what she did with her husband before Chad Daybell. Her brother killed them, and somebody said their brother would do anything for their religion. So, suspect, bad person. The brother recently died from a blood clot, which can be caused by stress and anxiety, because they were going to exhume Chad Daybell's wife, who mysteriously died, and they didn't properly do an autopsy. And then him and Lori get married not long after. She actually bought his wedding ring 17 days before his wife was dead. Yep. 17 days before his wife died. The foundation I used is the L'Oreal Infallible up to 24-hour wear. These people are horrible people because they did something to these kids. They found all their belongings inside of a storage unit that they're moving things back and out of. This entire case is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And it is something that I really hope, I hope these kids are okay. But the police don't believe these kids are even alive at this point. That is really depressing if it's true. I hope these kids are alive. I hope they will be safe. I know they are not currently safe. I feel the best case scenario is they're at some crazy religious camp, kind of like a gay conversion camp, or, just one of those crazy ass camps. I hope they're at something like that as the best case scenario, because they're lying about where they are. The grandparents got worried, so they called the police in their local area saying, "We haven't spoken to our grandkids in days, and that's not normal. They're always calling us." And the mom moved to Idaho to be with this crazy cult religious man. And then they go ask the brother, "Where are these kids at?" Because they couldn't find Lori. They're with the grandparents, apparently. And the grandparents are like, "Absolutely not. Trust us. We would be happy if they were." They don't want them with the mother anymore. Mother's crazy. She's told that she's a immortal being and shit. This entire thing is all fucked up. You guys would... Some dust. You guys would need to definitely watch Stephanie Harlow's video. She covered this case so well. She also covering the Gannon Staunch case, I think is how you pronounce that kid's last name. Another child that was murdered by family, stepmother. So, just really sad. There's a bunch of kids right now that are being betrayed by people they don't need to be betrayed by. And it's pissing me the fuck off. So, that's what I've, been watching in my media time. Other things that I've been watching is just general, YouTube stuff. You just, click on YouTube videos and you just watch them kind of thing. I've been watching Stella Transforms, which is Stella Chu transforms people and stuff, and like cosplay and stuff. Because if you don't know who Stella Chu is in the cosplay world, are you even in the cosplay world kind of thing? She is very well known. So she's like done cosplay for many, many years. She's very good at it. She makes all, like, pretty most of her own costumes and props. She likes prop building from what I've understood. Like recently it's been her thing. She does stream as well. The concealer that I used, which is what I put here, here, all that is the Maybelline Fit Me. Right now I'm using the Ciate Everyday Vacay and Coconut Setting Powder. I talked about this in my last video, but I absolutely don't like this powder. And it's only because it takes so much to actually set your face, because as I said in my last video, in my job it gets very, very warm in the building. So to get your makeup to stay, you have to put a lot of powder on, like a lot, to get it to stay on your face. You know, I also could always put the, what's it called? Description, like in the description box, all of the makeup products. You know, I could do that. Yeah, I can do that for sure. So yeah, it just takes a lot of powder. But I've been watching that. I'm obviously skipping some episodes because of particular people that are in them. If you know, you know. Well, actually, there's like 2 people that could be, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone that joined the Champions Club. If you know Twitch lingo, then, or Twitch drama stuff, then you know that. Someone that joined the Champions Club. What else can I talk about to entertain you guys? I can talk about what I would like, different paths I thought I want to take in my career before I settled into what I know what I want to do. I currently want to be a social worker. Trust me, I've watched a bunch of videos about the pros and cons of being a social worker. Like, what you probably tell me will not be something new. Like, so just, unless you're actually a social worker, then I would love to have a conversation. But if you're not, telling me things like, also don't tell me my degree is useless and I won't make any money, because if I wanted to make money, I'd go into a different degree, and I know that. But I want to help people. That's like the whole reason that I chose this field. I want to help particularly kids, mostly. So you don't have to tell me any of that. Thank you. But I thought maybe I'd want to be a forensic psychologist. I thought about that for a little bit. Couldn't do it. Because sometimes you have to look at disturbing things, and you have to talk to just way too, like, very disturbing people. In social work, you'll talk to disturbing people because you're going to talk to people that abuse children, and that's a fucked up thing to do. I mean, I don't think I have to tell people that, but just because nowadays you have to tell everyone what you stand on every single issue. And I say don't abuse children. Don't do it. Just don't fucking do it. Just don't do it. So, I thought I wanted to be a forensic psychologist, but I really couldn't do it. I looked into more what you need to do, and there's a lot to get into that degree in that field. I did not think I could hit all of the proper requirements, so I decided I wasn't going to do that anymore. And so I stopped my idea of possibly doing a criminal justice minor, because that's one of the things you need to do, at least at my college, because every university is different. Well, mine's a university, but every single university is different. So your university may not have the same minor that my university has might not have the same classes. So I feel like I hate to have to say these things, but I really feel like I have to, especially for like even college kids. Because I was in a class, actually speaking of criminal justice class, it was a criminal justice class. And my professor says, when was the Declaration of Independence signed? Everyone went quiet. Quiet. He said, do we know? And I like raised my hand. Answer the question. And he's like, one person knows when the Declaration of Independence is signed. I'm like, July 4th, 1776. I swear to God, guys. I swear to God. I swear to God that no one can answer the question. I was stunned. That's why. Because there's a bunch of kids in that class that I've noticed this in college classes, which is my biggest pet peeves, is that there are kids that just shoot their hand up immediately and you're like, calm the fuck down. And they're like, this is the answer. And you're like, whoa, calm the fuck down, dude. It's really not that serious. I want to tell people, I'm like, you understand, like, yeah, you need to learn this stuff in college, but this stuff you learn isn't make or break your degree, and your career. And this is what people have told me. It doesn't matter how much you learn in college. Like, it matters that you learn, but if you don't comprehend and if you don't truly learn, and if you can't apply it to your actual field out in the world, it doesn't matter. You could learn as much as you want, but if you can't apply it, it doesn't matter. There are people that don't get degrees, but they're super great at the stuff they do because they understand it. They understand human interaction, human connection, and they understand all that. So being able to recite a bunch of shit doesn't really matter if you don't learn it and can't apply it. So that's why those people stress me the hell out. Because they'll do that, but then I keep dropping stuff. You can clearly tell they don't understand how to socially interact with people. This will not be linked because I don't even think it exists anymore. This is from Dollar General back in high school. It is very, very old. It's where I get my blush from, but I will not get rid of it. It works. It doesn't make my skin freak out. I'm fine. So don't tell me it's expired. Are you going to pay for it? No? Okay, then shut the fuck up. My skin is fine. My skin's actually pretty good because I've been taking good care of it. Yeah. But those kids genuinely stress me the hell out. I'm like, just calm down for 10 seconds. I am so proud that you can recite the information. But also they'll learn every little detail, and I'm like, I'm telling you right now, you are not going to need to know half this information. And half this information is going to change in 5 years. Because statistics change, humans change, society changes. So, I can bet your bottom dollar half these stats and statistics you learned will be irrelevant by the time you graduate. And that's why I like the professors that are like, I don't give a hell about stats, guys. I don't care about the statistics of a situation. I care that you understand how we got to this point as humans, and how everything works and how things work, and how ideas and all this other theories and stuff work. And I agree with them fully. I'm literally just doing my makeup, just rambling. I'm just getting ready with me, you know what I mean? This blush looks a lot heavier on the camera than in person. It's not that heavy. I mean, it's heavy because I like heavier blush. I'm in the South. That's what we do. We like heavy blush, baby. Heavy blush. I literally just keep stamping my face because then it just blends it out. And then I'll do this a couple of times. Okay. Yay. So, yeah. College does stress me out at times. And apparently my university is saying they're not going to open up until 2021. Meaning that, next year, the middle of next year. And I want to be like, am I getting half off of my tuition? Because I don't learn well in online classes. I'm actually going to talk to my advisor, seeing if that's true, and if I could drop out of fall semester and wait until 2021. Because I cannot learn without being in a classroom setting for like many, many classes. I can do online for certain classes. Some classes are only offered online, so I have to take them that way. I really would prefer not having to take them online. Also, I will not, so this highlight right here, I've had for years, like years, and I won't get rid of it. It's fine. It's good. I'm actually like, I think I'm getting down into close to the bottom of the pan. I got it as a present. I'm not going to throw a present away because I don't agree with the company. I mean, I didn't buy it kind of thing. I'm not going to get rid of it. It works. I actually don't mind it, but I don't support companies that say some fucked up shit about other people. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. And if you do it, apologize, like properly apologize. Don't like half-ass your fucking apology. Which I do have trouble with a couple of other people that do that, but I guess I could tell you guys a little bit about a few YouTubers that I like to watch. That's always a weird question that people have. So, I like Curtis Connor's content a lot. I just watched his recent video about his Curtis Connor over party. I loved the meme behind it when he didn't give an extra greeting. I was outraged. I was like, how dare he? How dare? I was like, you didn't give an extra greeting. I was like, I'm over. I'm unsubscribing. Like, as a joke, I'm like, I'm getting loud in my apartment. And people are like, what the fuck are you mad about? I'm like, he didn't give an extra greeting. Guys, you don't understand. You know, we let him get away with it one time, too. It was a serious, genuinely serious video. And he didn't give an extra greeting. But you know what? We all said, we'll let it slide because it's a serious video. But we also said not again. And then he does it again. And we're like, oh no, not this time. Curtis Connor is over party. For sure, all the way. But he apologized. And it was really funny. But I like his content. I also like Some Ordinary Gamer. He also did an intro, a couple of videos as, hi everyone, it's me, Mudahar here. Guys and gals, like, he didn't say half the shit in one of those videos, and I was so hurt. I was like, who the fuck do you think you are? Not giving us that. No, sir. Get a hold of your damn self. And I was upset, genuinely upset. Everyone was like, you're fucking crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Okay? We have a schedule and a plan to everything, and you're fucking with the system. You can't fuck with the system. You can't do that. There's traditions. There's a checklist. And you didn't meet the checklist. You can't. If I don't get told to use a virtual machine in a Some Ordinary Gamer video, what the fuck? Is this really Mudahar? Who knows? Who knows if it's him? If I don't get told to use a virtual machine. You know what I mean? I like Cody Ko's content and Noel Miller. They're funny. Pretty much all of the actual funny Vine people. I love Leon Lesh's content. A lot of the people they're gonna be confused. I really like Mizkif's content. He's not really a YouTuber, but he's like a Twitch person. But I like his content. Call Me Carson's content, which he's a Twitter and Twitch god, essentially. Watch their content quite a bit. I catch Mizkif's stream when I can, but he streams at weird hours now, and I'm not able to because he's like either streaming as I'm going to bed or as I'm going to work. And then he's not live by the time I do either of those things. I watch most of the offline TV people. I don't watch when they play League because I don't play League. Purely because it's quite a toxic game, and I have cut toxic games out of my life. That's why I stopped playing Overwatch. No offense, Blizzard, but your game's pretty shitty toxic. And that's the literal only reason I stopped playing. And I played for thousands of hours. Like, genuinely, and when I say thousands of hours I played that game. I was dedicated to that game. I gave them so much of my fucking money on, like, buying skins and shit. When I say skins, I mean, like, the specialty skins and stuff. Like, I bought those things. I'm like, I'll support them. I'll support the teams, too. I watched all the Overwatch League stuff. Like, I was such a big fan of all of them. Like, I watched so much shit. And then the game just wouldn't stop being toxic. And they make the wrong changes repeatedly. So I'm using the Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette. And I'm going into shade Mocha. And I'm going to be working that. I do not set my concealer when I work with this palette, because the palette actually works better when you don't. You have to really test out palettes with with concealing and without concealing. Or like without, what's it called? Putting powder on it to like keep it, setting it. Setting your concealer. Or not setting your concealer, you really have to work with each of the palettes. I hate when my eye is itchy right as I start doing my eye makeup. I'm like, really, dude? Really? But I was such a big fan. Like, I watched everything. I was a part of everything. I was a huge fan of it, and it's really disappointing that they kept making the wrong changes repeatedly. And they weren't really dealing with the problem that we had at hand. Like, truly. They weren't making proper balance changing in the game, like, at least personally. And that's a big reason that I stopped playing it, is I felt like the game wasn't, like, proper in its balancing. And there's certain things that they said they were doing, but I didn't see a difference. Because, say I was playing Orisa, because I really liked playing tanks. Those are my favorite. I liked playing Orisa, Zarya, Diva. I could play Reinhardt the tiniest bit. I really wasn't the greatest. I was more the stagnant Reinhardt. I couldn't really charge into things, and I would say, hey, healer, can you follow me? And then they would just fuck off, and I was like, cool. But I would have decent stats. Medals don't mean shit. It matters if the stats for those medals are good, kind of thing. And I would look at my stats, and they were quite good, typically. But I would lose fucking so many points, and I'm like, if you're doing better in a game or your stats are typically higher in that particular game, I don't feel like you should lose, because it's such a team-based game. But if your teammates are the ones that are holding you back, I don't think that you should be punished, kind of thing. And there are at times where the teammates are holding you back, but there are also times when you mess up. And I was big on rewatching my VODs later on and reviewing them and improving upon them, and really like trying and noticing. I'd watch the pros, see what they were doing, and then I would pull my game back up and see what I wasn't doing that they were doing, and say, okay, I'll be more conscious of that. And I would keep a little, like, one of those like little notepad things that you can have on your desktop. I'd keep it on my second monitor, so I would eventually, like, periodically, like, look over to see if I'm remembering to do things, and I would notice that I'm learning new things, and I would be improving. But it didn't seem like I was going much anywhere else. And I was genuinely improving. I was getting better, but, whatever. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I'm just still shit. Who knows? But I felt like I was doing decent. Okay, so now I'm going into the shade Butterscotch, and I will be playing it out. And I absolutely loved Overwatch. Like, I spent hours. Like, I went and I when a family friend visited us during my convention at Pensacon, they said, so how's Overwatch going? And I said, I've stopped playing it. And they were like, you what? I was like, yeah, I've stopped playing it. And they were so confused. They're like, you stopped playing it. I said, yeah. They said they must have pissed you off somehow. Because that's all I played. Even on stream, that's all I played. Like, I got no viewers for that shit. But it was because I enjoyed it that I played it. Kind of thing. And it's just a little annoying. A little annoying. It felt like they didn't care about us. It felt like they didn't just care. They just really didn't care. Okay, so the next shade I'm going into is Mahogany. I'm going to tap just a little bit, and then I'm just going to darken the V. And I loved that game, Blizzard, I really did. I hope Overwatch 2 works out very well for you guys. I will not be playing it, though. And it is purely because I have the same fear. Okay, so the video ended because it hit its reach. It's the limit capacity on filming a video is 30 minutes before it cuts you off and you have to start a new video. Because I just have the same fears for it. And it was a toxic game, but I don't think removing voice chat would have helped because I just muted people. Because that's an option. Anyways. That's an option, and it fucking works. Trust me. You know, people I muted and blocked in that game, and I was just fucking fine. So not why. Like, they were toxic, but whatever. It was mostly the people that were just throwing that really bothered me. So, I'm going to go into shade Copper Pearl. Looks like this. It's really pretty. I take it on my finger. Going to go to the outer part. I even did a series of makeup where I did makeup inspired by different Overwatch characters, and I did a lot of them. Never really showed people, but I was so proud of them. I loved it, and I'm like, I don't know. I dedicated a lot of time to the game. Now I'm going into shade Foam. I'm going to blend it in the center and move them kind of together, blend them together. And I really love this shade a lot. But I'm just a little disappointed in the game. Because I dedicated so much of my life to it. I watched a lot of the content. I watched a lot of the streamers. Which I do need to remove most of the Overwatch streamers. Which people, I don't know why. They like get offended if people unfollow them like on Twitch. If they don't watch the content anymore. I jokingly will get mad. I'm like, how dare you unfollow me? It's a joke. I don't mean it. But, yeah. So, I don't know. And now I'm going back into Mocha. I'm going to pull it into the inner half of my eye. I'm very ADHD, if you guys couldn't tell from this video. I'm literally just talking about random things that I think about and want to bring up. Oh, something I would like to talk about is how COVID-19 is affecting my particular serving job. So right now, in my state of Florida, we are running at 50% capacity. But the thing is my restaurant that I work at is so small that our 25% capacity is the same size as our 50% capacity because we can't keep people 6 feet apart and have more tables open. So we're stuck with the same amount. And there's a restaurant that's in my town that is on the beach that has a 3 or 4 leveled restaurant. So, and there were apparently rumors that they weren't staying at that capacity, that they were going far over that capacity, like every single table was still full anyways, kind of thing. I was told this after, like, the day this person went. They're like, yeah, it was completely packed. Like, I left because they're not complying with, like, code and shit. I'm just taking my highlighter and I'm popping it on my brow bone that needs to be waxed. I have wax strips. I could try to figure it out on my own. They're like face wax strips because I wax my peach fuzz off because I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. Now it's time to do eyebrows. I do eyebrows before mascara. I don't know why I've always done it that way. I had the brush on me a minute ago. Standing in front of this window is so hot. Holy shit. I can't imagine having box lights. It's going to burn me up, dude. Wow, it's actually really hot. Oh, I was talking about YouTubers that I like. This is all over the place, dude. This is just me. This is just how I am. So I'm going into shade Cedar. I also really like Dead Meat. James A. Janice and his fiance who like to get scared together. I love them. Her name's Chelsea. Just to let you know. I believe it's Chelsea. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna like actually laugh at myself really hard. And I love them. I love to watch the podcast and stuff. I typically listen to their podcast while I do my makeup, but I've started filming it, so that's not happening. I really like them. I like to watch all his kill counts. I'm very into horror movies. Quite a bit. Something else I want to talk about is, I guess, some of the future content I plan on filming. So, I plan on cleaning and organizing my entire apartment because it is very small and there's too much. I'm going to donate a bunch of stuff and I'm going to go through everything I own and donate things I don't need or I'm not using, getting rid of a lot of things, and I'm just going to kind of film the entire process. It will take a while. I'll probably have to take a day off stream to do it. So I might let you guys know, hey guys, I'm going to be filming a YouTube video. It's going to take the entire day to film. So I'm not, I will not be streaming. And I'll let people know on stream when I plan on doing that. And I'll probably tweet on Twitter, hey, I'm not going live today. I'm filming a really cool YouTube video. So now I'm going to set my eyebrows. I use clear mascara that isn't really clear anymore because I've had it for so long. Set it. Yeah, so I want to do that because I think it'd be pretty good content. It would be a fairly long video. I'm gonna see if I can do this without having the mirror in front of me. I can't. Okay. I can't do it. There we go. Yay! Now mascara. That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, what do I do next? Mascara, and I'm using the Great Lash, lots of lashes today. I like the normal Great Lash. I think I like it a little bit more, the original, than this one. Just a little bit. And then I'll probably go through all that, and there's a Goodwill that isn't too far from me that I'll donate stuff to, which I do need to go to Goodwill because I have a plan for a cosplay that I'll be making myself, but the next convention I'm going to isn't until February of next year because my convention got canceled. I get really depressed every single time I think about it. Don't worry. Sorry I'm a little quiet. I just want to really focus on getting this done properly because I had to delete a couple of the videos where I did my makeup because my mascara kept hitting my nose and messing everything up. So I'm trying not to do that again because I really would like to have content up. Oh god, it's really washing me out. I mean, I don't know if really when anyone likes my content or anything on YouTube because I am so sporadic mentally because it's called ADHD kind of thing. I mean, if you watch my stream, I hate when I get washed out. If you watch my streams, it's just as bad. It doesn't change. My personality doesn't change. I'm just me. So this is me using the Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette. So yeah. I really like the palette. This is more of a brown neutral look. I will like show you guys like kind of crazier colored ones and how I do like color washes with this palette because I really like color washes. I'll probably do like a few different tutorials with this palette and then move on to my next palette that I have and then my next one and then the next one. I'm using the e.l.f. Lip Lacquer in Wild Rose because I'm trying to not wear lipstick right now. All the dead skin is coming off my lips and they kind of hurt because when that happens, you know, your skin peels away and it's all fresh, new skin. Weirdest sentence in the world. So now I'll be using the I choked on air. The Bretman Rock and Wet n Wild setting spray. You close your eyes and then ow, I hit my head. And now you're gonna try to find your palette so you don't burn your eyes when you open your eyes. You fan it. And your makeup's set. I need to go find my brush so I can brush my hair and show you everything at the end. Okay, and meow. Meow. My cat's meowing. There you go. That's the finished makeup look. I think I might want to let my bangs grow out soon. What? Come here. Yeah! This is my cat. This is Luna Bear. She's such a sweetie. I love her. She's so bright and orange. She's so fluffy. She's shedding her winter coat right now. So all that fur that you see all over the screen and that gets all in my makeup is just BB. Aww. She's the only one that actually lets me hold her. The other two hate being held. So, and I put her on my bed. We don't condone cat yeeting in this chat. Okay. So I'm done. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. Be good people. Drink plenty of water. Take care of yourself. It is okay to not be okay. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Valky Alley. Be safe. Make good choices. Be good people.